Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Geeks and Degenerates. Today, as you've seen in the title, we are doing Home Alone. Seems very fitting since it is December and it is a definitive Christmas movie. With
Not like
me,
Die Hard.
how
I still
dare you?
disagree.
How dare you,
Like,
sir?
it is not a Christmas movie. They didn't even mention Christmas.
They did! Just because it's snowing, it's not Christmas. Motherfucker doesn't snow in the Philippines. It's still Christmas. Anyway, I am with Jomar as always, and we are going to talk about one of everybody's favorite Christmas movies, which is an instant classic. To
I
be
was like, did
honest,
you forget the name?
no.
You had a long pause there.
No, that's a classic. Like 31 years.
Oh,
Oh
fuck you.
yeah, man. I know we're old, but it is.
Oh, we're not that old.
Yeah, I mean it is regarded a classic because we've, as movie lovers have taken the time to revisit this. They're like, we all agree in the same way. Like, yeah, this is a great movie. If not great, at least very good. And for a Christmas movie that's not Die Hard, it is quite violent. But that's the fun of that.
Oh, yeah, it is. And plus, we get Joe Pesci in here, so.
Yeah.
Hey!
Before we get to him, I have kind of a hate-love relationship with
Love
Kevin.
hate relationship.
Sorry, hate relationship with Kevin
Kevin
McAllister.
McAllister.
Sometimes you're like, hey, this kid's really funny and smart. Other times you're like, this guy's a little shit.
This is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Actually, once I'm going through the robbery scene, I know we'll get there later, but like, yeah, the entire time I'm like, what if I was robbing this place? Damn, I would have killed a kid. I'll kill that child. I mean, come on, you burns a symbol in your hand, drops a paint can on your face, and drops a brick on your face when you're in New York.
Everything that should kill you instantly.
Everything but the kitchen sink. I think they would have included it.
Yeah.
But then I get it. I am robbing the place.
But yeah, we start with their home before they have to leave for the airport. Right, the night before, and everyone's in a panic. Kind of reminds me of my own household when we're about to
Oh,
travel.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, like, the standard time is like 2 hours before the flight, right?
Yeah. Uh, immigration can be a bitch sometimes. Well, if it's international, it can be a bitch. But like, just the waiting times, you're like,
Hmm.
fuck.
Yeah, but we get that like age thing where like, oh, the flight's at 12 p.m. Oh, we gotta go at 6.
Uh, but yes, even though the times are different, the panic's still the same. Like,
Hmm.
something's never changed. Like,
Yeah.
some of his brothers and sisters are kind of annoying too. Like, please just
Oh,
help me
yeah.
pack the suitcase. Why won't you
I
help
mean,
me?
like, it does feel like you're in a house of how many were they? 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in a house of 11, like, people, and I'm like, oh, I would have lost my mind as a parent if I had to take care of all these kids and put them on a plane and go to Tokyo. Tokyo, right?
No, Paris.
Look, back, sorry. Which was the one where they go into Japan?
That was like the really crappy ones later.
Oh, okay, got it. But, yeah, but, like, I don't have a kid yet, but I feel like I would start pulling my hairs out just from one child alone.
But yeah, the siblings are kind of jerks. Like, though there's a point like he should have been self-independent at this point. Like, please help me pack my suitcase, brother and sister. There are 11 of you, and none of you help me.
Yeah, that's true. And, like, nobody went into Kevin's room and to be like, all right, head check. Let's see who is still
No,
here.
the sister just patted the head of a random child.
Yeah, yeah. That was the head check. I was like, head count plus, sorry. Like,
Yeah, yeah. No one got
I
into the
heard one
room.
laugh.
No one entered his room. Like, I have to go to his room first before.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Didn't people have like alarm clocks 30 years ago?
Yeah. That panic is real when you are late for the airport, though. Like, fuck!
I have experienced those moments. You're like, oh, we gotta go. For my trip to Malaysia one time, yeah, it was like,
Uh, oh man, I remember a couple of buddies of mine got left behind for a trip for
Oh, was
them.
that for like your like when you were in college?
Yeah,
That's
it's a lot of money down the
horrible.
drain.
There's
Anyway,
a lot of money down the drain.
but yeah, again, you get a sense that not all of his relatives are the worst. Though I feel bad when after Kevin spills the soda or the milk on the pizzas or no, on the passports, and like they're all panicking in the table, and the uncle just pushes against the chair and then traps one of the smaller kids with the glass. The reaction is just so funny. I'm horrible, I know, but Jesus Christ.
No, no, it's fine. I totally agree. Oh, I don't know. I love the initial chaos before then the complete chaos of like, oh fuck, we forgot our one kid, and we're already in Paris.
I thought they were already in the airplane, and it's like, yeah, it's too late to turn back now.
Yeah, that's when she was like, Kevin.
But Kevin kind of takes care of himself for a while, and he kind of asked for it he's like, you know
Oh yeah,
what?
he did wish for like, I wish my family. I forgot what was his wish was.
I never had to see any of you again.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's like the important lesson of the movie. Like what the old man says, you can say hurtful words to your family, and they can say hurtful words to you, but at the end of the day, they're still family.
Hmm. That's
And that's the overall message. But like, I do love Kevin trying to take care of himself, like shaving for the first time. You've seen the iconic shot of him going.
yeah. It was like, but I was like, why are you shaving?
Yeah, but what is he shaving?
I don't know. And you know how much that shit hurts. So I'm
Yeah.
like, idiot.
Yeah.
Where did he get the money again? It's from his brother, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he had like a special stash of cash.
Yeah, and
I,
his brother with a tarantula.
yeah, but I mean, like, I love that scene of like him going to like the grocery, getting detergent just to wash his own clothes. I'm like, around 15, I still didn't know how to wash my own clothes. So I'm like, I was like, how is this like 7-year-old doing it?
I do love the this dialogue between him and the cashier in the grocery.
Mm.
It's like, "Where's your parents? They're in the car." "Well, where do you live? That's none of your business." "Why not? You're a stranger."
Exactly. Goddamn right. Yeah, I agree with Kevin. I'm like, smart kid.
Though the
Yeah,
first time,
you don't need where I need to live. Fun.
the first time he shoplifts before that, like I'm surprised there's no like posters like this child stole toothbrush. Help.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you met up with that like scary shovel guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just a smart movie overall. It's not like overly kiddie. It's not like,
Oh no, no.
especially with the traps, which we can get to a bit
Uh,
later.
I do like that they emphasize on how crafty Kevin is, where like he knows that he knows that there are people trying to like getting into his house, and then he made it look like there are family members all around.
Yeah.
He had like Michael Jordan's like poster walking around on the train, shit like that. Oh, that was fun to watch.
And
Everything about Home Alone was very fun to watch because you wanted to be Kevin, you want to be that smart and that independent at that young age, but like
yeah.
at the same time you're terrified.
Though I love the scene where they try again, and like he puts on angels with filthy souls, and like Marv thinks there's someone being gunned down.
From all people, like I think Tommy from Goodfellas would have known that movie.
He wouldn't have because that's a fake movie. Which
Yeah.
is brilliant.
Like, I don't know. It's just like a I don't know gangster movie, really.
But this is the thing, like Chris Columbus, who did the first Harry Potter movie, really knows how to set the balance between not too kiddie but not too adult.
Hmm.
Like this is the perfect movie for everyone, unless they're like super young. So you'd be like, don't do traps. That's super dangerous.
Hmm. How yeah, there's a good medium of like there's a sense of magic into this movie if you get what I mean. Like wow spectacle, like how Jurassic Park is with us, and especially Harry Potter. Like you kind of want to be in his like shoes. You want to have this huge house to yourself. You want to order pizza and eat it all by yourself and watch a movie at the same time.
That's the dream.
Oh yeah.
Though,
And now we can do it and means nothing.
Then with all that mess, like he's not washing the dishes. Like, how there are no rats in your sink?
That I don't know.
Yeah, right. Like being an adult, you're like, there's something. You're like, how do you? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, if you're a kid who's watching this, don't. I'm talking about the review, not the movie. But like, usually once you start like having maybe 3 days of not having to clean anything, it does start to stink.
Yes.
So I'm very surprised. Like, like once the family got home, they're like, "The fuck."
And for us in the Philippines at least, that's when the puppy-sized rats come. Like, shit.
What's are like this huge?
Yeah,
you, you're like you'll have like a pen of dogs of
yeah.
like puppies, and you're like, I could have sworn we had five. Why is there six?
Um, but yeah, the other touching point is the story of the old man Marley. Like for a while, I love the John Williams score where every time you see him at first, there's like this really scary theme to him.
Hmm.
But once you get to the church, he tells the story like, I'm just here because I'm watching my granddaughter. I can't really say hi to her because me and my son had a fight, and again, families can tend to push each other away, but we always have to come back to it because we're family in the end.
Hmm. But I don't know. That was a sweet moment, and then.
And yeah,
But I kind of get it. Like you do have those like neighbors who are like old and terrifying to look at,
yeah, Eric. Damn, what's his story?
and then it's just your dad's friend. I'm like, ah,
Yeah. But yeah, let's get to the Wet Bandits, where it's amazing that this came out the same year as Goodfellas.
yeah. Which of course I watched this before watching Goodfellas. I watched it when I was like 18. But I watched this when I was a kid. Home Alone. And then knowing that fact that like, Joe Pesci
This one scary
murked,
motherfucker.
murked so many people, and then now he's here. I'm like, Kevin, you have every right to use that gun.
Uh, Also, Daniel Stern as Marv is pretty brilliant. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I don't
well.
see him in any other movie besides this,
Me
unless I
too.
forgot.
Unless you count Home Alone 2, which is it's okay, but like it's not the first one.
I haven't seen Home Alone 2 in a while, so I'm like, how did they get to New York?
The only one I remember is where Donald Trump makes a cameo like.
No. Oh yeah,
Uh,
he was in like Trump Towers, was he?
yeah, somewhere.
Was the hotel Trump
I
Towers?
think so. That's why. But yeah,
Cool.
I just love the chemistry between Joe Pesci and uh, Daniel Stern. Like they're just
Hmm.
brilliant.
Oh yeah, they're a good comedic duo. Again, very shocked because Goodfellas and then Home Alone. So I'm like, I didn't know.
That just shows you
Uh,
how much range he has
oh
as an
yeah,
actor.
Joe Pesci was so fucking.
Yeah, and it's kind of harder for a dramatic actor to become a comedian because
Hmm.
like not everybody's funny. That's the truth of life.
I mean that's true, but I feel like it's harder for a comedic actor to go into like a drama. I would say Jim Carrey.
That is true.
Yeah.
But like someone like Robin Williams, I guess it works for.
It works for
Both.
Robin Williams because his characters were like lighthearted.
Yeah. Then again, you had like.
But then the story is kind of dark, but his character is very lighthearted.
Yeah.
But if you're like, oh, this comedic plays this depressing dude or this gangster, it's a little bit jarring.
That is true. The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is kind of like one of the only
Oh,
few dramatic turns for Jim Carrey that I like.
yeah, same here. And when I saw that movie, that's when I was like, okay. At first, I was like, I can't separate. Somebody stop me to like this very like deep thoughted like movie. So I'm like, I can't take it seriously until after a few watches.
Yeah. Uh, though I love the not so smart call sign of like let's just leave every sync on. Like why is that a plan? You're like with Joe Pesci, like why do you do that? You idiot.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Is there call? Is there calling card or something like that?
Yeah.
No, stop it.
Stop. Uh, I'll whack you. No, I'm kidding. Um,
He shoots him in the foot.
and then the head. You're like, oh god damn it.
No, no, and then he's like, "Fuck you, Tommy." Bang.
But once they figure out that Kevin's been fucking with them the entire time, like, you know what? Let's just rob the place.
Mhm.
And Kevin sets up a shop, and the last few minutes of this movie is obviously my favorite because it's
Okay.
just part time, smart and part time, absolute
You know a
comedy.
lot. I love how there's the staple of like home invasion. I will booby trap my house. It's always, oh, you're gonna home alone your house.
And yeah,
That
that's
is a staple of like booby trapping the place you live in. Yeah, for sure, people have done it for hundreds of years, but I'm like, I love how that's the staple,
now,
especially for like James Bond,
yeah. I was
Skyfall.
about to say. Now we know James Bond has watched Home Alone one too many times. He just
Yeah,
ramped it up,
Home Alone, but in Scotland.
but with more bullets too.
Nah, that's just Scotland. Okay.
Um, I the paintball gun scene always gets me the where he's like, "It's Santa Claus." Yeah, kid, open the door, and he just shoots him square between the legs.
It's not a paintball gun. It is a shotgun that shoots a cork.
Oh god,
So imagine how painful that is.
the
Oh wait,
fuck.
no, it's not. Oh wait, no, it's a BB gun.
Yeah,
If I remember, it's a metal ball BB gun.
fuck. His reaction being, Rick. That's hilarious right there.
But I always wanted one. I always wanted like a shotgun that shoots out something like a little bit dangerous. Not a foam dart. Sure, a pellet's fine.
Um, what trap do you like the most?
Which one I find effective, or which one like I like?
Both.
I would say putting a torch to a doorknob, because that does brand the person. But dropping paint cans on somebody would probably end them immediately. I would say that's the most effective and something I might use if the situation calls for it.
That, yeah, that fall Joe Pesci takes in the stairs. You're like, how do you not break your spine from that, or like
Yeah.
fracture a vertebrae?
And they also do a quiet place kind of deal.
Oh yeah,
Where
when the,
you put the sticking nail, I'm like, ah, no!
oh man. Again, how does the flamethrower not kill you? Because that's right to the head.
Oh yeah, oh well, top of the head. Joe Pesci already doesn't have hair, but I mean,
Again, the great reaction to "Arr!"
Pana?
Arr!
Never do it again.
I sound like a fucking seal. Oh, they, speaking of hazards to defeat, the fucking Christmas bulb scene where Marv is just stepping on like glass Christmas decorations,
Oh my god. Ah.
and then the other one just pops right below. I'm like, fuck.
No, but I remember like somebody who I watched it with was like, "Those are very expensive." I'm like, "That's what you're worried about?"
Why aren't you wearing your shoe? Why are you barefoot? Why do you look like a chicken? I love how Marv reacts how you would if a tarantula landed on you.
Oh fuck! Watching this like every time I see that, I just do this because I'm like, I don't want it. And knowing that the actor who played Marv is also terrified of spiders, and they put a natural one on his face, was like, I'm quitting my job once they do that.
I just love Harry's reaction. He's like, Marv, what are you doing? And it's a close-up shot of him.
He's like, just hold still.
Oh man, I love this movie to death. But once they capture him, I'm like, how does this movie end? They're not gonna, beat up a kid. I hope not. God, I hope it doesn't turn that direction.
Well, if it was Tommy instead of Harry,
Hmm.
it would have ended quite different.
Yes. I love how the old man saves the day. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
like just to, put solid proof that this is a good guy.
Hmm.
Uh,
Anyway, he just hits him with a shovel, right?
yeah. And his mom makes it back with the help of the late great John Candy, King of Polka, and it's
Yeah.
a touching reunion. We're like, sorry, it can only be me because the rest had to stay, and then the door opens. It's the rest of the family. Like, oh, they all made it.
Yeah, and
And what really kind of tugs the heartstrings that when he peeks out the window, and he sees the old man reunited with his son and granddaughter. Like, ah, damn, they made up.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm just wondering, like, what was the scene for this? Like, they caught the bad guys, and then the police had to go into the house, and then they were like, just looking everywhere where there's like booby traps. What if one didn't go off?
Like, son, how do you not kill anyone with this?
Exactly. So I'm like, how did Kevin clean up, or who cleaned up the place?
I mean, it's easy to clean up when there's no bodies to hide. Not that I would know. Anyway, you're saying?
I don't know. I'm kind of terrified now. No, but I mean, like, remember he tarred up the fucking stairs. He left a nail sticking out of there. What poor soul is gonna encounter that and like, Kevin?
Uh, I don't know, man. But unfortunately, it's one of the movies that spun off into really okay to really bad sequels. Like there are like 5 Home Alones. Like why?
I don't even remember the rest of the 3. I remember Lost in New York, but like not the other 3.
Hmm. I know there's the Disney one with the kid from Jojo Rabbit, which I barely want to touch. Like no, thank you.
Oh, well, thank God he did Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Just pick better movies next time, kid. You'll be fine.
I mean, I don't think it was his choice.
Sure, that is true, but hopefully, get better scripts. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like for sure after Jojo Rabbit, he's gonna be okay.
Yeah, yeah. I always have that. Like I did Jojo Rabbit.
That's a win
Yeah.
because with Macaulay Culkin, dude was Richie Rich and Kevin McAllister. Let's catch up. You got one good point. You need another one to tie it up.
Anyway, what would you overall rate this movie?
Okay, as a movie on its own, I'll give it a solid 7.5. But as a Christmas movie, 8. Because like I don't know, it's fun to watch with friends, if your friends are like that, or like Enzo, who appreciates movies.
Cool. Okay.
But like, it's a good watch with if you have kids, you could watch it with your kids. You could watch it with your family as well. And I don't know, it's just a good time. It's a really fun movie, and you'll know the reason why it's called a classic.
Yeah. I'll give this an 8. Like you said, it's a classic, and it's just a really good movie. Like the overall theme of the movie carries through, and you see it towards the end, and again throughout the whole movie. And Kevin's such a good character, and so are the Wet Bandits. Like these are timeless characters, and yeah, this is a classic that will hold up for generations to come. I'm like, if it's like 50 years from now, I'm sure people will revisit this and be like, damn, this is a good movie. Whether you watch it for Christmas or not, it's a good time.
It is.
I was about to say something like, don't steal from Jeremy Johns.
No, wait, what?
I was like, it's a good time without alcohol. Like, no, that's taken.
No, don't plagiarize Jeremy Johns,
Of
please.
course not. We love him. We wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, on overall, really good time. With or without family. But, watching it with people makes it more special.
Oh, yeah. I was like, hey, damn! Okay!
But that's all the time we have. We have one more Christmas movie coming up, and we hope you like that one. We may have hinted at it, but who knows. But for
Is
now,
Spider-Verse?
sure, why not?
Okay.
But for now, you can find us at facebook.com/geeksanddegenerates. We also have a Discord community, and you can find us at, well, not us. Well, you can find one of the Instagram. Me at Gandalfos1995 and Jom at GEOM. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can find me at JomGeom. It's my Instagram art account. Get it right, fool.
I'm also.
Wait, links in the description below.
Yeah. also on Twitter with the same name. Uh, but please, for now, continue to stay safe, wear a mask, social distance, and get vaccinated if you can. This is Enzo and John of Geeks and Degenerates, and we are saying goodbye for now. Goodbye.
Merry Christmas.